All right, you guys got the energy?
No.
You got the energy?
All of it.
You got the excitement?
Yeah.
Let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome. I didn't even get to welcome to the Winners Club. Welcome to the Winners. We're ready. We are so excited.
Do you want the energy or not?
I want all the energy. Out of control energy. That one felt good, man. Like, we've been down in the dumps. The vibes, we've been a little bit low, but they're slowly creeping back up, and I feel like tonight was a little reward for all of our suffering. We're presented tonight, as always, by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Download it. Use promo code DNVR. When you sign up, Dev will win you a bunch of money. You'll become rich. You'll retire on a beach somewhere. It's going to be great.
Can you believe it? $10 at a time.
$10 at a time.
That's all it takes.
Units at a time. It is a unit.
That's right.
Whatever your unit is.
One
Some people
unit at
have
a
more.
time, folks. 1 unit at a time.
We have a special guest here. It's not Eric, but I'm going to introduce him first. I do have.
It's great to be here. Is this what this place looks like?
This is wow. It's so weird, isn't it? In person, we got superstar Dev.
I'm just excited to be here. We have a guest.
Look how bright your shirt is when you look at it on the screen. It is so bright.
I look clean.
You always look clean. But we have a
Traffic
special
cone.
guest. I'm told all the way from Utah, right?
So far, all the way.
So
Salt Lake City.
far, yeah. Quite a trek. Mrs. Molly Hunt is in the house. Your first time to DNVR Bar?
It is, yeah.
Scale of 1 to 1,000,000. How was it?
1,000,001.
Oh wow, that was
It
the
broke
right
the
answer.
scale.
When she paused for a second, I thought
It
she
does not exist.
when she paused, I thought she was gonna really think of a
Limit
number. Like it
does
was
not
around
exist.
850,000. Like, all right,
I thought about it. I was like, what's one less than 1,000,000, or do I go one over 1,000,000? You always go over.
That was
Go
smart
over,
of you. You're a good luck charm. You can't leave. You can't go back to
I'm all
Utah.
about it, yeah.
You just have to. We'll put a cot in one of the closets.
We can find a really salty water area for you to swim in. You can't go back to Utah.
What a game, guys! What a game! It was equal parts very satisfying. Some clutch moments from Faku. All of a sudden, it was a disaster, and I thought they were going to lose, and we were going to have the saddest losers lounge. But then Jokic, the MVP, comes up clutch. Molly, I'll ask you, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Faku? Do you want to start with Jokic? Somewhere else?
So this was Faku's first NBA double-double, right?
What? Somebody was asking me that. Is that
Yeah,
true?
Yeah, it is.
Check
I think it is.
That's impressive.
So maybe we start there.
All right, Faku was incredible tonight.
Dude, Faku.
He might say he was the tiny king of the game. We'll get to that here in a little bit. He was good tonight. Then the fourth quarter came along.
MV King.
And the MV King, he was indeed the MV King. The fourth quarter rolled around, and, Denver has this thing going on right now where they're missing all of their shooters. And some of the lineups you roll out there, you go like, my God, just hold things together. Like, who's going to score any baskets? They can all defend, but who can score baskets? Tonight, when it mattered most, I was feeling that way. And who was it but our tiny king who came in and Faku and saved the day?
I mean, Faku was amazing. Like, just clutch. Like, that's what it was. Like, he was composed, some would say. Mr. Reliable. Like, you just knew, like, to give him the ball and he was going to make the right play happen. And you could see it going down the stretch that he, like, was building the confidence and everyone around him was building the confidence. They gave it to him. Jokic is throwing it to him at weird spots just because he knew that he was going to make the play happen. And for him to knock down 3 3-pointers and have 10 assists and just control the game in every single way against the Pelicans are not like a good team or a great team or anything like that, but they were inspired. They played well. They have good guards. Like, they have the personnel. And he actually came through and he delivered. So that was a huge, huge game by Faku.
Yeah, man.
So, Molly, I'm going to give you an opportunity to endear yourself to an entire nation of people.
Or you could go like Harrison, who's actually not allowed in South America.
Yeah, that's true. So that you can really choose your answer wisely here. But are you a fan of the tiny king, Facu Campazzo?
Oh, 100%.
Let's go.
I mean, how are you not a fan of everybody on this team,
No,
right?
I like
Nothing
it.
but love.
And tonight, just so clutch. I mean, I think it's a bit early to give him the clutch label in the NBA. He was clutch in EuroLeague, but I feel like he's clutch. Tonight was like, it's weird because clutch doesn't really exist, like statistically or whatever, but tonight it was like, no, he came up clutch when the ball was in his hands. I felt great about it.
Sorry, yeah. I mean, everyone believed in him. They really did. Like, and he wanted the ball in his hands. Like, that's something we talked about in the last show is even though he's an unselfish player and he makes things happen,
Dude, things are
he
happening
wants
here at
the
the
ball.
bar.
He really does want the ball, and he wants to make it all come together. And for him to be the point guard that comes out and he's getting everyone involved, but also attacking and doing it himself, that's huge. That's huge, especially for he's essentially a rookie. Like, even though he's not a rookie as far as how long he's played professionally and like that, but he's in the NBA and you're in a new like country and you're trying to figure it out. And he seemed to get more comfortable as time goes by. He's playing really well.
Dude, Facu, like, exactly right. Like, it gets down to crunch time, and suddenly he steps. I mean, this is like
deflections. Even it wasn't even just stats.
He's just a winner. Like, he's just a winner. This is why he has all of these accolades. This is why he's won at every level he's played at. This is why he was the MVP of the finals. Like, you see it. I mean, during the regular season, at various points, you can just look. Yeah, he's the player of the decade. I mean, like, I don't know. We might have to post date his rookie status so he can be player of this decade as well. Molly, by the way, chat, big fan. You're welcome in Argentina. You're welcome in Argentina. They all want your Instagram. Like, you may have laid it on a little too thick, actually.
I haven't said much. What else? What else should
Have
I
you
talk
ever been
about?
to Argentina?
No, I've been to South America, but not Argentina.
All right.
Yes.
Well, if you ever go, you will. I think you like.
I think there might be a few.
You
about
just
it.
became a knight. I think
There's like a few marriage proposals in here too. So
I will take it. That was a little eager, but
I'll take it. A little aggressive, guys. Calm down. Facu tonight, 19 points, only 9 shots. That's what's great. I'm trying to do the math in my head on how this is even possible because he only had 4 free throws. He goes 3 of 6 from the 3-point line. Just so impressive. I mean, he has his flaws, and we've talked about him quite a bit. I will say this. I feel like as he has become a more important piece of the rotation, he is starting to get his legs under him and playing his best. I feel like the last 4 or 5 games have been some of his best of the entire season.
The best part about it is when you usually talk about Facu, you talk about him being a pest or his defense. But he's becoming more of a basketball player. Like, he's starting to show himself as more as a role player. He fit a role tonight,
dude.
and he's a winner. He looked comfortable the entire time. He almost has a triple-double tonight. He had a block. He had 2 steals.
add them all up.
He did have 6 rebounds.
That's
You're right.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he had a huge game tonight. Like,
I thought you were saying he almost had 10 blocks. And I was like, well, let's
Facu is the dev of the Denver Nuggets. What can't he do? He'll win you money.
I like what you do here.
He'll make hilarious observations and jokes. Unbelievable.
There we go. There we go. He's a winner.
He really was impressive down the stretch, and I think, it's interesting because Monte, he had a very confusing string of emojis today. Did you see that? Super producer Kel, maybe you can find Monte Morris's most recent tweet. It was like 6 emojis in a row, and I don't know if it means he's almost back or literally anything else.
Do you not speak emoji, bro?
I don't speak emoji. It was like smiley face, lock button, basketball.
You're like an emoji guy because you have to be like that type. We have Molly, who's an emoji genius here, so she's gonna break it down. For us.
Let's let Molly. Yeah, here it is. Molly is going to interpret.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it. I'm usually
only
on Twitter for
nonstop. All right, here it is. Molly, what does this mean? Are you bringing it up? All right, what does this mean?
First off, can you see it?
It's very tiny. It's very difficult.
It's a basketball. It's a little running
is it not
man.
getting any bigger? Okay.
That's it.
It's a clapping hands, lock, and then a stock report going up. Stonk report.
Actually, I have this. It's a hieroglyph.
Well, hold up.
I'm gonna let her go first.
Molly, what is Monte trying to tell us here?
He's saying that. What's the middle one?
Clapping.
That the Nuggets are back.
The
vibes. I think that's a vibe chart.
That is a vibe meter. There it goes.
That's the stonks. I'll tell you what. Obviously, it means I'm returning to basketball. Get ready to clap for he's locked.
Yeah, he's locked in,
and we're going to the top.
We're going to the top.
I like that. See, mine's is. I love to play basketball and I run this show, so you guys all clap for me because I'm locked in and it's going up.
That seems too literal. Seems too literal.
A little verbose.
Yeah.
I just read hieroglyph. I read hieroglyph.
Connect the dots.
Yeah, there's a subtext there.
My point for bringing this up is that at some point Monte comes back and I think he's the de facto starter, but I do wonder if Facu has sort of worked his way into. It's weird to say, maybe a larger role or more responsibility, more minutes, or at the very least, if maybe you just don't feel as uncomfortable with him on the court. For a large part of this year, he was either bad or he was like up or you didn't know. It was like 50-50. What are we getting? And right now, I just feel like he is playing a lot more consistent. The things he does defensively, getting in passing lanes is making a bigger difference. And yes, he is the tiny king of the game. 19 points, 10 assists.
Kale, I would prefer a larger crown on his little tiny head.
That's
all the
true.
same, though. Look at that man. Look at the
Look how happy he is.
I know. Look at that expression. Like he just did.
Ball
he
is
just made
life.
a.
The funny thing is if you took the 6 threes and ranked them in order of importance, the 3 he made were the 3 most important by
It's
far.
so true. Well,
And I was
I mean,
cool about it.
the Nuggets were like comfortably pacing the game the entire time.
Yeah.
They're up by 10 points. They're up by 6 points. They're up by 11 points. But it never really got close until those last moments. And then, what happens? Faku steps up. Winners win. Winners hang with winners, dude.
Well, speaking of winners, we also got a 32-piece from Nikola Jokic tonight. He goes for 32, 18, and 7. No double-double, strangely enough. Almost a triple-double, but no double-double.
Unreal.
He does also get 3 steals and 3 blocks. I know that a lot of, I'm sure the Serbians watching this want to say, how is he not king of the game? I mean, he almost gets a 5-by-5.
Serbians. Like, come on.
Spread the love.
We're just setting up
No,
a
come
Serbia-Argentina battle every single time.
Unbelievable.
Jokic was incredible, but more incredible than Jokic tonight was Stan Van Gundy's decision to try Willie Hernangomez on him one-on-one.
What a joke.
What was that?
What a goddamn joke.
That's why Jokic didn't get the double-double. He was so
That's true.
disrespected,
He was disrespected.
that he was like, I'm not even going to try on anything else besides to show them that was such an idiotic decision.
He was like, did you ask your brother about me?
Don't you have somebody
Don't you
that I
know who I
know
is?
in your family?
Yeah.
So I put this out. I think that third quarter run that Jokic went on, I don't think he's ever been more confident going up against. He was like, are you guys really going to do this? And he was like throwing up shots and running back before they would even like get to the top of their arc. He just knew it was in. And
it was like that McDonald's commercial with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan.
where they never missed
When
it.
they never missed, you're playing horse.
What a
for the fries.
reference, man. Do you have any references from the last 50 years, or is that the only?
It was like when they released the Model T.
Yeah, that's right. The original Big Mac. Do you know this reference? The Jordan and Larry Bird playing playing horse.
for
It came out in the 80s. Do you not remember your 80s McDonald's commercials?
To be honest, I wasn't even really that into basketball. I was just super into McDonald's.
Yeah, that's understandable. To your credit, it was an all-timer. No, but Jokic tonight, it's a little bit of a weird game. He gets that clutch block. It's weird to evaluate him because he was absolutely dominant, but of course he was. What the heck were they thinking? And, it's nice to see him go out there. It's also, I will say, what are the Nuggets now since they've got Aaron Gordon? 14-3 or 16-3, 19? I don't even know, but it's a lot. And
This was a very monumental game as far as Aaron Gordon is concerned. Mm-hmm. This was the first Fro win, dude.
That is true.
The curse is lifted.
It's not the curse. The official curse is not gone. Simply has to be batted down a little bit with a headband. Headband is what neutralizes
It's the
out.
suppressor.
It's the suppressor.
I see what you did there.
You understand?
It's the
I get that.
suppressor.
I actually get that.
What do we got? I can't read that
It
far.
says, Faku King, Joker went on a rampage. Third Q, Dad amazing game. All team defense on Zion was great. Thank you, Francisco.
That was awesome.
I love it. That's just a summary of the game, right?
That's a summary. What are we
That's
doing a
that
show
was
for?
I think he actually may have been trying to interpret Monte Morris's emojis.
Oh, is that it?
Could have been it.
You can narrate my life if that's what's going to make me sound interesting.
I will say, Kel, you need a larger barrier of entry. I think the 50 Argentinian, it's like three cents. It was $5? I thought it was.
Dude, we will
$5
take.
Argentinian.
If anybody wants to give us anything, we will tap dance for them. I'll clean your bathroom.
Molly, what did you think of Jokic tonight?
Don't lose Serbia. You got.
No.
You just gave it Argentina. We can't
I
give
mean,
up.
he just continues to prove why he's the MVP.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my God.
Showing up big in the moments that matter,
Yeah.
and doing it in Jokic style where he's mad and frustrated. But
He
then
was
he's
a little edgy
I mean, there
tonight.
were some moments where you're like, ooh, that's a Jokic is mad and he wants everybody to know it moment.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I got this. Like, let me just put it in cruise control and we'll make it happen.
And speaking of haircuts or hairdos or hairstyle, speaking of hair, I can't believe you
He
haven't
did
brought
have a
up
haircut.
tonight haircut Jokic.
Well, I brought it up before the game. Haircut Jokic has now become so regular. It's been pointed out. This is what happens when you have a lady in your life.
I like this
She won't
take.
just allow you to get shaggy and
So
sort of
true.
unkempt. She's like, you're the MVP of the league.
We have to.
You need to go out there looking like
Is that
Destro.
why Eric looks so different from Adam?
What does that mean? Because I'm
Yeah, 'cause I'm a little,
so.
I'm a little shaggy.
Shaggy.
Yeah, he
versus,
does look. Yeah, come on, man. Are you okay?
Not really. We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. Okay.
Personal attack.
What? We attack people. I'm not the bully. Molly is the bully tonight. It's
asking
great.
questions.
It's just asking questions.
Unbelievable.
Getting to know y'all.
Aaron Gordon had 10 points very quickly tonight, and we all we're kicking ourselves for not taking the over.
You've won Serbia, by the way, too.
You won Serbia.
By the way, everyone
I
in
have
here
a
likes
little-
you so much better than us.
I have a little Serbian flag that I bring to games with me.
Do you
I'll
really?
be at Ballerina waving my little Serbian flag.
You know,
tomorrow.
in all seriousness, I actually want to take the conversation here. Jokic has to stay in Denver. We really have. Steve has said this on the Serbian Nuggets basketball podcast, with the homie Miroslav. He said this the other day. You guys, the city of Denver and the Nuggets fans have done such a good job of loving him. I agree. We've done a great job of loving
We
him.
are gentle and reciprocal lovers.
You watch
Nikola
some
Jokic.
fan bases; they have their star. They complain. Like, remember when we had Espo on, and he was talking about Chris Paul and is not that good or whatever. It's like, no, we have fully embraced Serbia.
Imagine Jokic in Los Angeles, and they're like,
"Oh man,
I don't know, Elgin Baylor if we wanted our triple doubles." I mean,
So
you're right.
true.
Like we needed this collectively. We've accepted it with our whole heart. Nikola Jokic. Most of us can't even watch you on television, and yet we've developed a deep love affair.
That's so true.
I need you to take
completely
this
true.
deep into your heart and soul.
Aaron Gordon, though, tonight he gets 10 points right off the bat. He doesn't score again. How would you assess his
God
game
damn it.
tonight?
We seen it coming.
We did
it was
see it
something
coming.
that you've seen coming from just far away. Started out super hot, but I mean that got them going. That got the rhythm going. So that was like something that they truly did need. Also, his defense on Zion was good. Like he actually tried his hardest. Zion did not go berserk how he typically does. He did have some stops
Great
at the
point.
basket, but he's also he's switching over. Like they built a wall and made it hard for Zion where he had to see
Great
different
point.
looks. So Aaron Gordon's game was really good. If you think about, he scored early to get the rhythm going and then defended at a high level. That's not a game that I'm down on for him.
Zion, 8 of 17, below 50%. And you're right, 21 points. Zion is a caliber of player and athlete that nobody can guard, including Aaron Gordon. But the fact that he only had 21 tonight is huge. Remember the last game?
It's actually surprising. I would have guessed he was at least 30. I mean,
It's because his points are so
they're
loud.
very loud.
But you're right. Aaron Gordon did an incredible job on him, a haircut and all. Last one I want to go to. In the pregame, I said that I thought Michael Porter was better than Brandon Ingram. Tonight, Brandon Ingram, 27 points. Michael Porter, 28.
Unbelievable.
Proof. Undeniable proof. But Porter tonight, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He, too, filled up the entire stat sheet. He goes 12 of 21, so he remains efficient. 3 of 8 from the three-point line. And he becomes so important to this team. He was already important. But you know when Jokic is out on the court? Jokic was out on the court tonight at one point with, Faku and Shaq Harrison. And, I was just looking around, and I was like, there's nobody for him to pass to. And when really the only guy I feel great about him passing to is Porter. And so now it's like there's two types of lineups. There's really 3 types of lineups that there are. Jokic, Porter, and then neither. And if there's neither, it's like, I just pray.
I mean, the thing
Is that
you
when
could-
Austin Rivers just starts shooting threes?
Man, we're going to talk about him in a second
Gotta
because
open him up.
Austin Rivers, man, he needs to start making buckets.
Yeah, but the thing to look at with Michael Porter Jr., just to kind of show you the type of player that he's progressing into and how the Nuggets really want him to be, is to look at the field goals attempted. He took 21 shots tonight.
Yep.
Jokic takes 20. After that, the highest is 9, and that's Faku, who had a hot night.
Yeah.
They're getting it
hottest
to their
nights.
they're getting it to their top guys.
That's a great point,
and letting
Dev.
them create and also get the offense going through them. But also, you're starting to see the offense flowing. The ball gets to popping. Like everyone knows their role, where it's not like a one person goes,
That's
Jamal,
great.
you
Oh,
go,
this is perfect.
Jokic go, everybody goes. It's now more of a team effort, but they also know when when you need a point, when you need a basket, when you need the offense to go, get it to your guys and let them create. Michael
man.
Porter Jr. is excited about this.
This is like evolving into what playoff offense looks like, where you rely heavily on your stars. The rotation gets much, much smaller. You're no longer trying to sort of like get everybody feeling good because you're going to need them down the line. It's like, all right, backs against the wall. This is the MPJ and this is the Jokic show, and like everybody else get out of the way except for Faku. You're the tiny king. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Porter tonight, one thing I want to kind of highlight, this is one of my bold predictions. If you missed yesterday's show, by the way, it's a notebook episode, so I go through real detailed notes about the game. It's a lot more technical than this show is, in terms of breaking down the game.
Well, hold on.
Well, No, I'm just saying.
I mean, why you got to pin it? Whatever. All right, go.
But one of the notes I had in there was that, Michael Porter has this reputation of being a guy who can't score off the dribble. Not a guy that doesn't, which is true, but a guy that can't. And one of my big predictions for him is that he's going to start scoring more off the dribble now because the Nuggets don't have that many options of how to score the basketball. And tonight he had a couple. They're not always pretty. They're not. I don't think he's going to be Kyrie Irving with a double, triple crossover, step back, whatever. But he can get to the rim. He can get around his defenders. Yes, he's going to have some turnovers like the one he had where Ingram slapped it off his leg and it goes out of bounds. He's going to have some ugly plays. But I think what part of the story of the Nuggets right now is that they are fully unlocking Michael Porter's all of his talents, not just this narrow part of it that helps them win, but all of them because they need it. They absolutely need it in order to win.
Yeah, we already knew that this was the year of Michael Porter Jr., but now it really did open up. Like now it's forced for him.
MPJ summer, dude.
It's forced for him to be like, damn it, for him to be a complete player, and also he's starting to open it up. Today he only gets 1 assist, but if you look at the game, like he's facilitating, he's getting guys into the open spot, he's starting to see the floor a little bit better. There's a lot of hockey assists in this game, and that's for multiple players. But Michael Porter Jr., especially, he is starting to break guys down off of the dribble because he's the guy that they put the ball in his hands and let him create. You're not seeing him on the block just having to shoot because he's taller than everyone else. He's also starting to be within the flow of the offense. So they're unlocking Michael Porter Jr., and that's I'm telling you, it's the scariest thing that could happen for the Nuggets because when Jamal comes back, you have a guy that already is part of the offense. He understands the offense completely. Now he knows how to go around that. And we already know Jamal Murray is a player that is okay with coming off the passing it and doing these other things. We're starting to see that. But Jokic being the MVP, Michael Porter Jr. turning in he's ascending, and then they just have everyone else whose confidence is super high. The Nuggets are unlocked. They're unlocked.
Oh, baby. I can't wait to get to the vibes check.
The vibes check. It is coming up. Two more things I want to say on Michael Porter. One is, he's now so clearly the second most important player on the team. I mean, the other guys like Facu tonight step up, but Michael Porter, they need him. And I think that there's a difference between telling a guy hey, we're all sacrificing, and if we needed you, we would go to you more, but you got to accept a smaller role, versus actually showing him yo, now we need you, and we're actually giving. Now you see what it's like. And I hope that next year, getting down the line, when Murray does return, and they have to tell everybody to sacrifice, he knows it's in earnest. It's not, hey, we need you to sacrifice because none of us are. It's like, hey, no, this is what happens. When we needed you, you got 21 shots a night. Now that everybody's here, it's going to be 18, and you're going to be better for it. And then the other thing, he rolls his ankle at the end. It was very scary. The Nuggets play tomorrow, guys. They play tomorrow. This has been a marathon of a season. I would be surprised if he plays, but I also just don't want him to. I know that the Nuggets have a chance tonight to climb up to the 3 seed. Stay healthy. Where do you lie on this, Molly? I know we want to see good basketball, but is it worth punting a game?
That was a scary moment. I mean, being down in the bar with everyone, there was a collective gasp and a no.
It was rough, yeah.
This cannot be happening.
That one translated up here as well.
Yeah. And as much as we love the excitement of watching him play, I mean, guys are going down. You're seeing it more and more in every game, and I agree. He's got to stay healthy.
Plus, it's his ankle that has that creepy drop foot brace on.
Got something on it.
Creepy, huh?
Yeah, dude. A drop foot brace is creepy. I don't like looking at that.
I didn't know it has a name. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah. I don't know if it's called the drop foot brace, but he wears the brace because of his drop foot.
Yeah. Well, let's hit our first ad break. And Molly, since you're our guest, we'll let you take the ads.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us what you think about it.
It's actually Manscaped. So just.
It's funny. I listen to a lot of NBA podcasts. I'm not the target market.
For the ad, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I keep saying we keep getting more and more women. Haley is coming back. She's going to be over here. She's driving here as we speak to come back. We love our audience.
We love it.
Of every country, everybody,
every nation, every creed, and some genders,
except for Lakers fans.
Every Lakers fan not welcome.
Breckenridge Brewery, guys, the official beer partner of DNVR. We've got 8 Breckenridge breweries on tap here. We also have the Good Company, which is the name of the seltzers, or boozies, whichever you want to call them. You show up here, you can get a boozy and get a draft beer.
Do not ask for a boozy.
You can ask for it if you want to, if you get here. They got the Jokic 15-pack, guys. That's the seltzies. You can get that in the Mile High City Copper Lager, their Copper Lager beer, or you can get the Jokic pack in the seltzers. You can try it all out. And then, of course, you can go down to the farmhouse. Socially distanced, delicious food. If you're looking for a date night, you want to get out in a cool, like, especially, it's getting nice and warm out. You know,
spring has sprung, bro.
Oh, this is my favorite time of year. Even the rain doesn't bother me.
Adam has like 6 favorite times of the year.
It is true. Fall is my absolute
Adam
favorite
loves the
time.
summer solstice.
I do. Oh, the summer solstice is the best.
Adam is a big fan of anything like celestial when it comes
That's
to the
very
day.
true.
Anyway,
it is very true. I'm a very celestial person. Many people have called me that. But you go down to that farmhouse and they have all this like great outdoor area. It's like a really just pretty place to be, you know. And then of course you get all the beer. And then of course I also have to tell you about Manscaped. I'm not going to read the actual ad that I have here. I feel like it might be a little too silly. But if you do need to do some male below the belt grooming, you can go to anybody. You can go and check out the Lawnmower 3.0. Thank you, Kale. That was bad luck. That was very good. You need to encourage the chat, by the way, to buy Molly her first Rakia shot.
Yeah.
She's sitting here Rakia less. Was that she gave the face of like, please don't do that.
Whenever I hear you guys talk about it, I'm like, I can't decide if it's like the worst thing in the world or the
You're
best thing in the world.
You're going to be faced with that same decision here.
It's a little bit of both.
I have to drive back to my hotel tonight. So
all right, so she passes on. Dev will take it. Dev loves it. He'll take
I'll
it for you.
pass it on.
You guys can check it out. They've got the Perfect Package 3.0. It comes with a bunch of different stuff. It's not just below the belt grooming, guys. It's actually all types of grooming. Beard trimmer, nose trimmer, you got lotions, boxers, everything, travel bags. So check them out, manscaped.com, and of course use the promo code DNVR when you do, and you'll get a little discount there. A little discount, 20% off plus free shipping when you use promo code DNVR.
Let's go.
Some people are saying it's the best promo code out there.
And plus we're heading into MPJ summer. You want to be hairy?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys, speaking of Manscaped, did you guys see Jamal Murray's leg? He passed the picture.
I did.
Entire leg had to be shaved.
I know. I have a joke I'm not going to make. Let's go.
Thank you for not making that one. We go to the bench tonight, guys. Austin Rivers is where I want to start, and I'm not trying to be a downer. The guy's playing hard, and I'll say the number one thing: 26 minutes, only 5 shots. I'm very impressed by that. Known as a gunner, known as a guy that takes a lot of shots. What I'm not impressed with is he was 0 for 5 shooting. The 0
Less
part.
impressive. Yeah.
And he's been struggling. I mean, the shots he got tonight, especially from 3, good looks. Dev, where are we at with Austin Rivers? He's almost up on his 10 days.
Austin Rivers was great defensively. He really was. Just active and a part of it.
Buying in.
But the scary part is for you to bring a guy in for offense to be a scorer and for him to never score. That's just tough. Like, because you know when he's in the game, you're expecting him to score. That's the only reason that you want him to be in. He's taking shots, not a lot of them, but he's taking them, and you're like, okay, this is what he got. Like you feel comfortable. This is what he is, and he's not being that. I mean, that's scary. But at the same time, like he is buying into the Nuggets. He is a part of, like, he's playing defense. Nobody has talked about Austin Rivers as a defender, and the Nuggets, they desperately need defense. So it's a mixed bag for me. With
I mean, he is comfortable with the ball, which is a plus. There were times where he had one time in particular where he had a wide open 3 and he passed it up, gave it to Jokic, who canned it.
It's a good decision.
It was a good. That's the point. Like, he's making good decisions, generally speaking, and he's a player that Malone feels comfortable having on the floor when we're up by 2 and we absolutely need to have a free throw because, he's been in these situations. So it's, he's a player you are not happy that you have to rely on, but he's a player that you're also like, it's nice that you can, in a sense. It's just, he's just not going to be a scorer. Like, that's just not it. Like, and we don't want him to be a scorer. Like you said, he only shot 5 times.
Do you have any Austin Rivers takes? Did you have a feeling about Austin Rivers before the Nuggets added him? Molly.
Me.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll say, so to be honest, didn't know that much about him prior to this. But I will say there was a moment when I was down there watching the game and I looked up and I was like, Austin Rivers, Shaq Harrison, it's April and the Nuggets are winning.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
It's kind of great.
It is. I mean, and it just goes to show again how, Jokic on the floor, it's like you can take pretty much any dudes, put him out there. and they're going to be good. But yeah, I mean the 0 for 5 shooting definitely stood out to me tonight.
And because in part because some of the shots he had were like total. You got to make this one. Yeah, that's why you're here. You got to make it. And
did not make it.
Did not make it. But you know what? My broader point is that I never would have. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't like Austin Rivers coming into this experiment with the Nuggets. I have to give him credit. He hasn't made the shots, but I actually like the way he's playing, and he does feel, to your point, Dev, like he's just trying so hard to win and fit in and this or that. And the Nuggets are coming up on a decision on him, and I'm really curious to see. I assume they're just going to keep him because
of course they're going to keep him. What else is he going to do?
Yeah.
I think the only reason they would have not kept him is if they felt like behind the scenes he was a distraction, and it doesn't. I have not heard anything of that, and on the court it doesn't appear to be that at all.
I mean, what kind of loser would you have to be to come in on a 10-day contract and be a locker room cancer?
You would be.
It's like kicking people's stuff out of the.
I'm telling you, you'd be surprised though, man. I'm telling you,
Nate Robinson could do it,
dude. There's a lot of guys that just
they feel like they've proven themselves so much in the league that they're like, I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna be the veteran on this team. So
a lot of people. I mean, Molly she's basically on a 10-day of the show. Yeah, she's so cocky. And like over here, she's over here trial run. JaVale McGee tonight gets into the game. Weird night that JaMychal Green was out. It says coach's decision. I don't know if this was a late scratch or what have you. He wasn't. There was reported he wasn't out for warmups and then he joined the team a little bit late. It might have just been that they were like, "Hey, tonight's a JaVale McGee night." But I liked it. He was a team worst -5. No, Aaron Gordon was a -14 tonight. But he was a -5 tonight. But I felt like he was actually made a couple impactful defensive, impressions.
I feel like I know why. Is because it's the first game of a back-to-back. Tonight is Paul. Tomorrow is.
Could be. You might be right.
I know I'm right. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it was only 12 minutes from JaVale. Anything from JaVale for you?
Yeah, I mean, the two blocks stand out, and also there was two alters. One of them, Zion throws the ball out of bounds just because he had to change his shot at the rim. McGee he's a paint protector, and he is still doing that. He's not scoring, but that's just been the second unit. The offense has not been there for that second unit. So they're trying to get going in different ways. So the defense is how they got to get it going, and that's great to see. When a team is known for their offense, especially with that second unit, and the defense is what's standing out. That's great. You got to know JaVale McGee's not playing a whole bunch of minutes, and he's put in the game to be impactful, and he was impactful on the defensive end, especially with JaMychal Green out of this game. So I think that his minutes are great whenever they could come because they're not long, but he comes in and he does exactly what they want him to do.
The bar, it's always distracting to me when they put on it's a good vibe. Maybe this is we should segue to the vibe check.
Some Bill Withers, dude.
Should we segue to the vibe check?
The vibes are feeling pretty good right now. Do you guys just want to sit here silently for 10 to 15 minutes?
I kind of do. Just want to. Oh, look, we got the vibes meter. How come I'm tragic? What the heck happened here? I'm immaculate.
Who made this?
Why am I red? Come on.
I look black.
Those colors are a little
It made you
alarming.
extra dark.
Am I black?
Am I black?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just to let everyone know I hate you and I'm racist. So
we're gonna do a little vibe meter on here, but first I have to tell people you want to talk about good vibes. The DNVR Twitter account. We told you the other day we were 200 shy of 10,000. We are a mere 31 followers.
Oh my God, dude!
Shy
You're following us on
10,000.
Twitter.
We might get past that tonight.
We haven't had a graphic spring loaded for 5 days.
Yeah, that's true.
Give us the 10K. It's embarrassing.
We did just pass 11,000 subscribers on here, so thanks to everybody tuning in. Don't forget, by the way, tomorrow, NFL Draft, if you're an NFL fan, we have a live show going. We got a whole bunch. The whole squad is hands on deck for the football draft, NFL Draft. All right, but the vibe meter. Eric, I'm going to go to you first.
Where are the vibes?
You saw, is it a Dev? Is it an Adam? Is it a
the vibes,
Brendan?
The vibes 2 weeks ago were so Adam, it was hard to breathe. I had a hard time. I didn't know if I needed to find a new team, discover a new sport.
Can I say, Dev, out of everybody in the company, who do you think took the Murray injury the hardest?
Kale.
You think it was Kale?
Kale's more sensitive. But
I was going to say it was Eric. I mean, for a while I thought Eric was going to quit DNVR.
He was sad that night. That was rough.
I wasn't going to quit DNVR. I was going to quit life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
But then, Bill Withers came on.
That's right.
Barton started to play. And then we hit peak or base Adam again. We lose Barton. The vibes are tragic. But ever since then, we're just moving up and up and up and up. And I would got to say, I'm feeling a little Harrison right now.
Wow.
The vibes are not quite
where's
immaculate.
Harrison again? Let me see. Where was he at
The
on the
vibes
scale?
are
I can't
not
remember.
Quite immaculate.
Okay.
But they're icy Harrison. They are cautiously optimistic. They're feeling good about themselves, but they'll never let you know it.
Molly, where are the vibes at for you with this Nuggets team?
You need to have it up on the screen so she can make
I'll say, and I keep coming back to like my experience tonight at the bar, which was fantastic. That the vibes were relieved for a minute down there. And I agree. We're definitely on this like, wow, we can do this. I'd say we're somewhere between Dev and Harrison on that graphic. We're not quite there yet.
The vibes are Darrison.
I think we want to see how we do on the second night of a back-to-back with this team, and I think if we win tomorrow night, we'll be at Harrison.
No. We'll be straight immaculate. Tomorrow is just to get to Harrison?
Wow.
Yeah.
What does it take to hit Brendan immaculate status?
Hey, is it Clippers, Lakers? They got them over the weekend. You win those ones. Maybe it's immaculate again.
Where are your vibes?
No, I've got Def next. I'm always the last. You saved the best for last.
So my vibes are, I'm feeling really Brennanish.
Oh,
that's the king of vibes. He's Mr. Immaculate.
You're back to immaculate.
I'm all the way up. Like the Nuggets are way up. They're winning games without playing excellent ball. Like people are not. They only had Michael Porter Jr. and a few guys scored tonight. Like Facu, he's looking like he's coming on, and that's a backup. You get Monte coming back soon. The defense is on. You have Jermichael Green, who was supposed to be a huge part of this rotation, take a night off, and they still win the game. Jokic is the MVP, and they're going to start bringing the attention because it's a lock. He is the MVP this year. Like my vibes are super duper high right now, and also. Like you said in the pregame show, the Lakers are coming back. We don't know what type of team they're going to be. So they're going to ride this. They're going to ride this streak into the playoffs, and for there, like who knows what can happen. This Nuggets are a team that you can't prepare for. They're a team that you just don't know or how to figure it out, and they still continue to win games. They're winning with afros. Yeah. So you can do whatever you want. Afros in 2021.
Dude, it looks like the Clippers are going to lose.
The Clippers are going to lose, so we move within one game.
I feel like such a pessimist now, but that's okay. A dose of reality.
A dose of reality.
People are here to have fun.
In the winner's lounge, you just feel like 10% better is the thing. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
Adam. I'm going to say that I'm in between.
You're going to pick Adam, aren't you?
Technically, Adam should be the best, but this is a weird graphic. I'm going to go in between Harrison and Vogt. And here's what I'm going to say. The immaculate vibes have been repurposed. Before it was the Smuggets. They were so immaculate that we were feeling the smug. But you know what? There's multiple ways to feel immaculate. And here's how I'm feeling personally right now about this Nuggets team. You know that scene in Braveheart? When they're sitting across the battlefield and they all pick up their kilts, not skirts, their kilts, and they like moon them basically and are like, you know what, they were outnumbered. It doesn't matter. Like
what?
You know what? Always outgunned, never outman. That's how I feel right now. Where it's like, hey, we're down. Bring it on. We got Shaq Harrison, baby. You know, we got Austin Rivers, baby. What do you mean we're down? We got our guys, and that's just how I feel. Like, do I feel as confident that the Nuggets are going to compete for a championship this year? No. But you know what? You're going to have to kill the Nuggets. They're not going to die. You're going to have to kill them.
You know what's crazy about that? Look, I was once in this relationship. And when I was in this relationship, nobody thought we were going to last. Nobody thought we would last. They said
he was in a relationship.
Yeah, no kidding. Everyone was right.
They said that we were going to go by the end of the week. I was going to go talk to other girls. No, I was focused. I was locked in. I didn't care about the outsiders. I didn't care about everybody not believing in us or anything like that. And you know what? We lasted. The entire month.
Entire month. Woo, boy. Wow, wow. That's a big time relationship right there.
Is that even a relationship? It feels like you just went like on vacation. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Hey, it was a great one. Illegal Pete's, guys.
Clippers lost.
Guys, illegal Pete's. You guys have heard of Chipotle. You've heard of Qdoba. Those places are okay. You know what's Denver's best?
Dude,
illegal Pete's.
Chipotle started in Colorado. They left. They now are headquartered in California.
Illegal Pete's is back. We're so pumped to have them, guys. Honestly, right down the street. When we got Illegal Pete's back, first day I went back there. I actually had gone a bunch of times when they weren't with us, but it felt better going there when I was back in the partnership. And I'm telling you guys, you go there, I get the burrito bowl. I always do the bowl. I get it with chicken. I get it with peppers. I get it with cheese, sour cream, pico de gallo.
The whole order? You give us the whole order?
And then sometimes I'll put the green chili. It depends on if I want the green chili that day or not. It's 50-50. It just depends on your mood. I'm telling you have to go there, check it out. Right down the street from us, they got a great bar. They've actually got locations all over Colorado. They even have one in Phoenix. So if you're down in Phoenix, you want to check that out, you can go out over there. They got one in Fort Collins.
Can I tell you what first off, what does that tell? The best part about Illegal Pete's, two things.
The stir.
Number one, well, that was number two. Number one, they have different flavors not offered at these other places. They have pesto, which I highly recommend.
That's right.
They also have the potato burrito, which is fantastic. And, as Adam alluded to, the stir. What does that mean? They put on Adam's order, where he just gave you every piece of his order. They put those all together. Other places leave them separated, like
layers.
Yeah, like layer. Like
it's good.
Legal Pizza, they stir it all up. Every bite, homogenous.
Homogenous. That's what you go for. Also want to tell you about DraftKings Sportsbook. You guys know them, presenting sponsor of our show. And right now, guys, tomorrow night is the draft. They have this great deal. Bet $1 to win $100 if a quarterback is drafted first overall. Tomorrow night.
That would be Trevor Lawrence.
That would be Trevor Lawrence, and he is going to be drafted first overall. So this is like, it's an open secret. Everybody knows it. They're trying to just tell you, bet $1, you win 100. So if you want $100 free dollars, sign up for.
If you're planning on retiring someday, get $100 free dollars and then listen to Dev every night, and then just stack it up until you own the Nuggets or something.
Turning $1 into $100 in free bets. It's that simple. And there are a number of ways to take action on the draft. So head there now. You can bet on the order. You can bet on like who's going to be taken at what point, who this team's going to take. It's a lot of fun. It actually makes the draft fun. If you're not into the draft and you want to check it out tomorrow, do that. And then watch, of course, DNVR. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Winnings paid out in free bets. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, 1-800-522-4700. Lastly, Strava Craft Coffee. Did you try any Strava tonight at the bar? I guess it's late. Why would you get some late, coffee? Yeah, it is a little late. I do drink coffee late, though.
Yeah, I remember asking for a Strava before.
Why is that?
Did we not get you one, or what's the deal?
Adam said absolutely not.
Oh. I said no, because you were a little wired that day, weren't you? You're a little high. I'm just kidding. Strava Craft Coffee, guys.
Adam forbade you from getting coffee.
This is not a true story. There's no way I would have forbade him from doing anything, quite literally anything. Strava Craft Coffee, guys, Colorado's own, right here, made locally, CBD-infused coffee. It's great for headaches, backaches, migraines, joint pain, IBS, anything, and it gives you that jolt of coffee, but not the jitters where you feel like you're like strung out or anything. Check it out. If you want to try it out, just try one cup. You can come here to the DNVR Bar. We have it on tap, and you can check them out. We're still waiting on Harrison. So, it's always, do you guys know who the slowest dresser is? It's who we're waiting on.
Dev.
I think it's not.
Well, yeah, it's because you do such a good job.
Oh, there we go.
Well, in the meantime, though, don't we need? I want to hear Molly's origin story.
Oh yeah, we have the origin story.
Like, Molly is a Nuggets fan from Denver. Living behind enemy lines in Salt Lake City.
In fact, I was at the 7 game.
Were you really?
Last year. I was.
How did we not? This is like that automatically makes you awesome.
I shed real tears.
That's the only Nuggets game that has a name.
It is, and
it's true.
It will go down as one of my best Nuggets memories of my life. I mean, this podcast is going to be up there too.
Yeah, this podcast will be right up there with the 7. That's impressive.
But what is it like? What is it like living amongst people who think Rudy Gobert is fun to watch?
It's horrible. Honestly, Jazz fans are the worst.
Really?
That's right.
I would never guess that.
Yeah, the Rudy Gobert love, I really just don't get it. And I don't hate the Jazz. I'm a huge Donovan Mitchell fan. Don't get the Rudy Gobert love. And yeah, it's Jazz Nation out there. Like, Utahns are very serious about the Jazz.
Are you a solo Nuggets fan, or do you have like a group of people?
So this is a great question. So my boss at work, who she's more of a friend than a boss, her and her husband, huge Nuggets fans. Her husband grew up here in Denver. They lived here. So the three of us plus another Nuggets fan, we're all going to be at the game next week too, when Nuggets are in Salt Lake playing the Jazz. So yeah, I've got a little core.
This is awesome.
Of Nuggets fans. Yeah, it's great.
Did you ever see the Mellows People of Utah commercial?
I had to dig that up and send it to a couple coworkers the other day too, because I was like, do you guys remember that? And a couple of them had never seen it.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. But maybe you could start, if you were to start a People of Utah, what would it be? Jokic? Porter? Faku? Where are we going here?
I think it's Jokic. It's got to be.
Jokic's people of Utah.
Jokic's people of Utah.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but
it is.
But it is a little tough. Haley, are you going to hop in here? I say, Deb, are you going to hop out? Haley going to hop in and give a live report?
You know why? Because I think that it's a
Rakia. It's a Rakia shot.
No.
Goes on. That's how this works. She's going to do a shot with Haley.
Haley has returned. Molly is here. We're Adam and
No, but you said you were doing shots for Molly.
Rakia is coming.
Have to do one with Haley.
So this is
You're taking mine.
Let's do this.
Well, shouldn't everyone?
That's yours.
I don't know why in my mind, Rakia was red.
Haley, come.
Okay.
Just give it a little.
Ghibli. Wait a minute. How did Molly escape Rakia?
Now get up and let our guests have a speak, because I want to ask what the vibe was like at Ball Arena tonight. Bringing in another guest. We're full of guests today.
I know. Welcome to the DNVR Nugget Show.
Hi,
the only all-female
So
show
Haley's
on the
back.
internet.
She's got the soundboard shuffle. How was Ball Arena tonight?
Oh man, it was fucking great. The vibes were immaculate.
Were they?
It was so great. Yeah.
All right.
I rolled up late because the train in from the
With your mic.
Don't touch it, he means.
okay.
Don't touch it. Take your hand off it. There it is. There you go.
The train. There was a train accident.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Ahead of the train before me.
Is it off?
So, is it working now?
We don't know.
Okay.
I can see Harrison calling, by the way.
Anyways, it was like a wild time. I had to take 2 buses and then ended up sharing an Uber with a stranger.
Are you
to
back
get-
in town then for a second game now? You flew in
Yes.
just for a game.
Yes, since it's a back-to-back.
Dude, who are these? This
Same.
new,
That's so.
this
Yeah.
brave
Oh my
new
God,
world in which
yeah,
we live, where
Yay,
not
you're so
only do we
cool.
have female fans of the Nuggets, we have female fans of the Nuggets
Who
that will
travel.
travel out of state.
Who I
to
would
watch
say
them.
are cooler than you guys.
without
All
question.
right, you know what? I was going to ask you more questions, Haley, but we have.
It's our show now.
Yeah, it's your show, but go ahead and mute their mics. We got to bring in Harrison Wynn. We got to bring the man with the wind in his hair, the Peloton Prince, to let us know what was happening in the locker rooms. First of all, though, a report from the game, Harrison. Just give us your overarching thoughts, because this was a very up and down game. It was an exciting one. What's your big takeaway from this one?
Felt like when the Nuggets got up early, the Pelicans were about to break a huddle with 1-2-3 Cancun and just like end their season. I thought they were done. I mean, this Pelicans team, man, is so poorly coached, like so poorly run. It's awful to just watch. But I mean, they can hit shots. Brandon Ingram can hit shots. Zion got going a little in the second half, and Denver just kind of stopped playing at the end. It's funny, like you never really felt like the game was in doubt. At least I didn't, but it took a while to wrap up there.
So take us then to the post game. I'm curious what Michael Malone, if he was feeling good about this one or not good about it.
He wasn't like super frustrated or anything. I would say he was more relieved than anything else. Just kind of talking about the near collapse. He said tonight was almost like beyond belief. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. We got to stop, and the clock is our friend, and we throw it down court, and we shoot a 3 with 22 on the shot clock.
That was
Of
the
course, talking
craziest
about
play,
that Michael
man.
Porter Jr. 3.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And an absolutely wild shot, reminiscent of that Torrey Craig 3 from the playoffs.
It was.
He talked about the turnovers also, just a lot of late breakdowns. And then he was saying, like, look, Nikola, when does he ever make plays like that? He said, this guy, I think, is second in the NBA in minutes. I think he's mentally and physically exhausted. Faku played 36 minutes tonight. Some of his turnovers were late as well. So pinning some of just those mental errors and exhaustion just on the fact that some of these guys might be fried right now.
So hearing that, what do you think the odds are that the Nuggets rest some guys tomorrow night, a back-to-back against the Raptors?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, maybe if you're looking to rest a guy, Michael Porter Jr. might be the guy to rest.
Yeah.
Considering he had that rolled ankle, that left ankle that looked really scary when he went down, but he was able to walk off under his own power. he said post game that the ankle was fine. He said it did kind of hinder him a little bit down the stretch. He was feeling it late in that fourth quarter, but he said he'd be good to play tomorrow. I mean, look, if the Nuggets go to Nikola Jokic and say, we want to rest you tomorrow, and he says, I want to play, like, what do you do at that point?
Yeah. Well, you sit him. You tell him no. I actually don't think it's that hard. He's really important.
I think they've been in this situation. Well, I think
no.
they've been in the situation before, and like I think they've wanted to rest him before, and he said, "I want to play."
I feel like a stern no would work. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can't tell a player, but we are 11 days away, or 11 games away now from the playoffs, and at some point you have to say, would they like the 3 seed? Yes, the Clippers lost tonight, but they can't afford a single other injury at this point.
No, I totally agree. No, the right thing to do would be definitely to rest him tomorrow. Rest everybody. Like, honestly, can we just take the L and move on?
Let's see what
like,
Bol has.
I'd be okay with that.
They just treat it like baseball now, where you don't have to actually throw 4 pitches for the intentional walk. They just show up and they're like, yeah, we're just going to take the L tonight.
That would be nice, yeah. Adam Silver.
That might ruin your night.
Oh man, yeah, we're over here advocating for this, and here's Molly. She's like, "No,
I drove here."
Sorry, I will sacrifice for what is best for the team.
Oh, look at that!
Are you going to cheer any less if it's Marcus Howard and Bol tomorrow night?
The crowd cheers more.
Bol, yeah.
It could be fun. What else Michael Malone have to say?
So we talked a bunch about the defense because I thought really kind of despite the end of the fourth quarter, it was a pretty good defensive game. I mean, Zion has torched this Nuggets team in the past, and I think they held him to, 21 points tonight.
Yeah.
He shouted out Aaron Gordon for his defense on Zion. He shouted out Paul Millsap, and then just also the defense behind those guys, because it obviously takes more than one guy to stop Zion. And then he also shouted out his 4 really good defensive guards, as he put it. PJ Dozier, Facu Campazzo, Shaquille Harrison, and Austin Rivers. He said all 4 of those guys can really, really guard, and our defense obviously starts on the ball.
I mean, the Nuggets are kind of a defensive team now with this new group that they have. I feel like they're segueing that direction. Tonight, a 101.8 defensive rating against a good, a team that scores. So I do think that's a part of it, and I wonder if they win a lot of games, or the games that they win are a result of this great defense. Was there anything else from Malone?
Yeah, no. There was one more thing, but I mean, I agree with your point. Last 5 games, they're 4th in defensive rating, and I don't think it's a coincidence that like Shaq Harrison and PJ Dozier have been playing big minutes as of late. Those are 2 really good defenders. It was funny. Malone was asked, like, how does he keep his emotions in check during that late game sequence? And he goes, 6 years ago, I might have had a heart attack. Do you remember how he was in those late game situations like 5-6 years ago?
All right, I'm calling BS. You guys help me out here. Malone hasn't grown in this way. He's still insane. Are you kidding?
Since when is he hiding his emotions?
The other night, the Nuggets, when they win big and Bol and Marcus Howard come in and they get like outscored in the final minutes, he was furious at the podium. And they just won by 25.
He doesn't give anyone a break.
Yeah, like, okay. I like that he feels better, but from outside, I'm not sure.
You should have seen Malone
putting on a front,
You should have seen Malone when Michael Porter Jr. took that transition 3. He walks back to the bench, sits down, takes whatever piece of paper that was on his seat, crumples it up, and just throws it.
Wow.
That's so dramatic.
Oh my gosh.
Malone and Porter are just like they really are hilarious. Oil and water almost.
They're the odd couple.
They are the odd couple, but it's working. All right, take us inside the locker room.
So we talked with Nikola tonight. He was asked about the block, I'll say. I saw you putting this out there. You thought it was a dirty block. Well, I thought it was a foul.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's a dirty block.
Did you guys not think it was a foul?
I don't know if I saw like a replay of it, to be honest with you.
I did not think it was a foul.
Oh.
Okay. I thought it was. I mean, I'd say it's like split 50-50 on Twitter, to be honest. I thought it was a foul. Nikola said he was just going hard. Even if I fouled him, he just wasn't going to make sure that it wasn't going to be an and one. So like that was his thinking. I'm just going to, go up strong, contest the shot, just be there. And Jokic was also asked about his defense tonight, just what he thinks of himself as a defender. This was a great answer. He said, I think I'm in the middle. I'm not the best defender. I'm not the worst defender. I'm in the middle.
I like that. All right.
He's so great.
Oh, that's good.
That's how I run half marathons.
he's the
not in the front, not at the back.
What a little flex. Did you hear that flex? That's how I run half marathons.
I'll say that's how I run a 10K. I'll change that to a 10K.
That's how I work out.
I like being right in the middle. You're not making a splash. You're not making people mad. You're just right in the middle.
We all run marathons.
Yeah, we know.
It's not a big deal. Okay, we all do
marathons.
them. I've done a couple this week
I
as
ran
well.
here.
Save it for DNVR runs podcast.
All right, what else from the locker room there, Wind?
So we also spoke to Paul tonight, and he really applauded Michael Malone for how good of a communicator he's been with this front court rotation, him, JaMychal Green, JaVale McGee. He said Malone has been really good at telling them, like, when they're going to play, when they're not going to play. And like, Paul made sure to shout him out about that. And he said it's like nothing but love between those three guys. They all want to see each other do well, but obviously, like, they all want to be out on the court. The alley-oop heard around the world. Paul Millsap's alley-oop tonight.
Oh, my God.
Said,
I forgot about it. Yeah.
This was a great quote. He said, I was shocked that he threw it. I've been trying to get someone to throw me an alley-oop all year. Nobody would. Jamal throws bounce passes. Everybody else throws bounce passes, but I've been telling everyone I'm a lob threat.
I love it, man. That's too funny. Dad's great. Yeah. That's a great dad joke, Paul. That's really total dad joke. All right, what else we got?
He was just talking about the defense that they played on Zion. He shouted out Aaron. He mentioned that Aaron is like, he's got a lot of strength. Like, Aaron Gordon's a big guy. He's built. He's tall, obviously. And, you know, that's the best matchup for Zion that the Nuggets have had over the last couple of years. So that was a big factor, of course. And then we also talked to Porter, like I was saying. And he really had, I thought, his most transparent quote of the last couple weeks in terms of, like, stepping up into this number 2 or really number 1 at times scoring role. And he said, look, growing up, I've always been on a team where I'm the focal point. Coming to this team and fitting in, I accepted a role playing alongside these guys, and I love doing it. When those guys go down, just being a focal point of an offense, it's not anything that's new to me. And,
wow.
And that was, like, really the most transparent and just candid I think he's been so far, of just saying, like, look, I've totally kind of changed my offensive game at times to fit next to these two guys, and now I can be the number 1 option again, and it's nothing new for me.
That's a 10 out of 10 quote, man. You have to feel good about it. I mean, you have to feel great about that. So many people project things onto Michael Porter, ourselves included. Like, you know, how does he feel about this or that? But that's a quote that makes you feel confident that he is comfortable here in Denver and on this team. And, of course, we all knew he'd be comfortable stepping into the role he's at now. But it sounds like he's comfortable in the entire process. And that's, I think, reassuring.
I couldn't agree more.
He's had a lot of insight lately, and he's talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every interview he's talking about his role and trying to step up and, like, do what the team needs him to do. And, I think the way that Malone handled him coming, you know,
paying
onto
dividends,
the team,
baby.
Yeah, I think it was exactly how he needed to grow.
Yeah, he's got, like, microwaved maturation. He, like, has matured very quickly and came from a place where he was just, like, absolutely not ready.
He was frozen.
He just wasn't ready to be in the NBA. Like, he just was a child. Like, he didn't even play in college. And so he had weird expectations. He did funny things. He was, you know, like, not paying attention. And the pressure has made a diamond.
The pressure has made a diamond. Do you have any final thoughts, Wind, about the game or about this moment with the Nuggets?
Yeah, I just don't think Stan Van Gundy's Pelicans tenure is going to last that much longer. Just got to say. Yeah. I don't know why he was hired in the first place. I don't get it. I didn't understand it. They're wasting away Zion Williamson. They're wasting him.
Hot takes from Harrison Wind, although probably not that bad. I will say, how many organizations go through coach after coach? They get a young player, and they're like, we got to make him happy. We got to make sure it's right. And you go from coach to coach to coach. And the next thing you know, you're 5 years in, and the players are like, all right, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. So you're not wrong, but there might not be a right. So, all right, Harrison, thank you so much, buddy. Get home safe.
Miss you, Harrison.
Everybody check out Harrison's great piece he had with Shaq Harrison.
I know. We talked about this, though.
I'm just repumping it up.
But he fumbled. No, I'm not saying we can't talk about it. I'm saying what we did talk about is that he didn't call it Harrison on Harrison. Or he didn't call it, he didn't call it Harrison.
Huge miss. Huge miss.
Do it.
Shameful. Also shameful, we are now up to 9,974 followers, which means we gained 5 during the show.
With our pleas.
With our plea. I basically begged and it didn't
what
happen.
do you people
Let's
want
just
from
go
us?
walk around on the street a little bit and just
Get people to add.
Follow us on Twitter. Like we don't want to fire Brendan, but we will fire.
But we will
Brendan.
fire. We will fire him. Yeah, for sure. Molly, how was your first trip to the Winners Lounge?
Amazing.
Immaculate.
Yeah, I thank you so much for having me on. This has been a little behind the scenes look. I love what you guys do.
Well, we love what you do, and so does Argentina. That's why you're welcome there anytime you want.
I will learn Spanish.
You'll learn a little bit. They speak a very unique type of Spanish together. How was your second trip to Ball Arena / the Winners Lounge?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's so. I feel like I'm in a dream.
Does it feel like
You're
less
speechless.
cool the second time? Is this like now you're like, you're just used to it?
It's
now?
really cool. Yeah, winning, it's going to just start to get old, you
Never.
know?
I know.
Never
You're
does.
going to become jaded and shitty like me and Adam. We just show up and like, turn on the game.
I've never felt that way.
Every
Actually,
Nuggets win is a gift. If you've been a fan
Molly.
for a long time, every win is a gift.
And every Faku 3 is a fucking gift.
That's true.
And
It's like Christmas.
I scream laugh every time. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm just like laughing and screaming at the same time whenever he
Unbridled
probably
joy.
sound
hit those
crazy.
threes. Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.
Follow us on goddamn Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, buy merch, become a member, check out the list, read Harrison's piece. There's so many cool things for you to do. But we appreciate everybody that hung with us tonight. We're back tomorrow. We do have a pregame and postgame show. We're not going to be in the lounge, though. We're doing it remotely because the draft tomorrow, they get the lounge, they get the space. I guess it's more important. It definitely is. But we're going to be back again tomorrow, guys. Nuggets, Raptors, whatever happens, we'll be having fun with it. We'll see you then. Adios.